double honors to apostles and elders in New York. Great millstone. My name is Maya Gala Button Gad with Chicago branch. A great millstone. I'm gonna read this. All right, we're gonna deal with this guy. Where is he at? We're gonna deal with this guy right here, Stephen Crowder. All right, Stephen Crowder, this Edomite from Canada. All right. All right. We'll deal with him. So I'm gonna read this section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act. Copyright Doctrine of Fair Use allows the unlicensed use of copyright materials for purposes like criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All right. So we're gonna use his clips for scholarship and research. All right. Just expose how basically how ignorant this guy is. This uh, you know, this pagan right here. All right, because this pagan right here is basically scoffing at Jake over the Carmelo Anthony verdict, anyway, those Edomites, all right, came over to Carmelo Anthony. Matter of fact, an opposing team tent. So they can't wave his papers to him. So, the boy was defending himself. They came over there, came to him. That's the end of the story. It's on videotape. I don't care how you cut it. It don't matter how he retaliated. They came and violated his space and came to assault him. But hey, that's how the ego works, man. How dare you defend yourself? How dare you defend yourself when I come over there and bother you and invade your space? So this is all about, man. Esau mad because Jake got the best of him. But watch this. All right.
Support white businesses. Good luck with your Kool-Aid challenge. No more Amazon. Yeah. Good. Enjoy your food, desert.
All right. So what if Jake want to boycott Edomite business? So what? They have a right. What are you getting upset for? You don't own anything. How's it gonna personally affect you? What you own? You don't own any company from A to Z here. All right, that's largely consumed by America. Matter of fact, you from Canada. Let's just hold on for a minute. Stephen Crowder. Hold on. He's from Canada, like, yeah, American Canadian. He worked for the good old boys on Fox News. Born in okay, his mom is Canadian. Okay, so he born here in America. Where to go? It's not a he moved to the suburb of Canada. Oh, what's that? Okay. All right, but either way, man, what is your business that our people will spend money with their own people? That's none of your business. Shut up. But Esau had this mentality that he that he owns everything, man. You don't own us. Yahweh Shah own us, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, like Native Americans. He just gave us gave us to your hands temporary. He taking us away from you now, man. And the only reason why we were put under your people because we've had law, statutes, commandments. But and actually, we belong to Yahweh Shai. Who was you to tell us where we could spend our money at, man? You beneath us. You pagans be tripping, man. All right. So let's go. Let me play this over again. Hold on.
Let's not support white businesses. Good luck
Right? So what? No more Amazon. Who cares? We could make up our own business, Amazon like business and stuff. It's not that hard, man. Before you snatch us, Africa, we had our own financial districts over business stuff. Jake had business. We were frying chicken over there, man. Jake had a different. Some Jake fried it without any batter. Some did with different sauces, spices, all that stuff, man. We had a place where you could sit down and especially in like somewhere like in I think over there in Mali, where you order your food and everything, man. Just like in America, man. You know, we had yams cut up like fries and stuff. We order it, and the way to cook up the food. Of course, they wash their hands uh, when they food before they fit the food, and before they bring the food to your table, because that's how our people get down. All right. So we could sustain ourselves. All right. Matter of fact, we had independent business and stuff, man. And you want to mock us for Kool-Aid and all this stuff, man. Well, look at your people. Hold on for a minute. Uh, Look at this right. Now, yeah, our people drink Kool-Aid, but your people drink Mountain Dew, which is worse, man. It said, I said, I said, Mountain Dew. I asked, which worse, Kool-Aid or Mountain Dew? Mountain Dew is worse for your health than Kool-Aid. While both beverages consider primarily empty calories, artificial dyes, and sugar, Mountain Dew contains higher overall sugar concentration, strengthened chemical acidity, and high levels of caffeine. To fairly compare them, look at Mountain Dew alongside standard Kool-Aid prepared by the brands, ranking 1 cup of sugar per pitcher. All right. You up there talking about our people with Kool-Aid, you better worry about your own people, man. Mountain Dew is destroying Edomites in the southeast United States, man. All right. But this man, get this right here. Proverbs chapter 15, verse 2. It said, the tongue of the wise uses knowledge are right, but the mouth of fool pour out foolishness. And this is what was going on right here, man. This guy's speaking foolishness, man.
Good. Enjoy your food deserts, which was also horse shit. Right. Everything. We got food deserts, they used to say, right? We got food deserts because the white man come in and ruined our neighborhood with liquor store. Stop buying it.
All right. And your people, the reason why our people, there's like so-called blacks, Latinos, North American Indians, and Seminole Indians, and the speckled birds, why we have food deserts. You stole this land, North America. Well, the Americas complete. You stole the Americas from the Northern Kingdom, the 10 tribes. You did that. You did. All right, let's go to Micah chapter 2. Now, I usually I'm on TikTok. All right, but I had to do this on YouTube. All right, let's go right here. Michael chapter 2. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because in the power of their head. Right, you can't go to sleep while doing wickedness. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house and even a man in his heritage. That's your people stealing, man. And you take my head, you saying you're us, man. Even that word Canada go really is actually Canada is Canaan. The means four parts, man. You're not a Canadian. All right. Only Israelites could be a Canadian. You're not us. Your people saying they're us over there. The Uish, y'all the same people. You like think y'all different people. Y'all the same people. The Uish people, you know what I'm talking about. The curly fries. saying that you're born, you're saying that you're born Yashar, you know, you don't say it in that pure language. You say you been Israel, and then you won't be every other nation. You the Hawaiians, you you the Hawaiians, you the Romans, you the Greeks. When the Roman Greeks were originally dark skinned people, just fat as sin. Today they are known as the Polynesians, the Micronesians, all right, and the Aboriginals of Australia. You everybody except for Esau, man. All right, and look what you did. Hold on. Look at this. Starting in Canada, where your family go back and forth. All right. It says right here, yes, several historic. I'm gonna call it close where y'all can see it. Yes, several historic black towns and vibrant neighborhoods in Canada were completely destroyed or dismantled by uh, municipal. So like if I pronounce that tongue twist. Municipal governments during the mid 20th century, these forced displacement were often carried out under the guise of urban renewal or infrastructure progress, deeply impacting Black Canadian history. Right, so it impacted the Israelites. All right, so-called blacks, so-called North American Indians. All right, North American Indians are Gad, so-called blacks Judah, and the Reubenites are so-called Seminole Indians. All right, it said Afrisil, Halifax, Nova Scotia, was it a historical self-reliant African Canadian village founded? You know, we know Africa. We already know it's talking about. It was like African Canadian village founded in the mid 18th century. So the 18th century, so this in the 1700s, on the shores of their own home stores. All right, stores. You talking about food? There's stores and Seaview African United Baptist Church. All right. It was destroyed for decades. The city of Halifax collect taxes from Africanville residents, but refused to provide basic municipal service like running water, sewage, or regular garbage collection. Instead, the city deliberately built undesignated facilities nearby, including a prison, infectious disease hospitals, and a dump. In 1962, the city voted to clear the land for industrial use. The aftermath through the 1960s, the city systematically bulldozed homes, sometimes in the middle of the night, forced to relocate residents in dump trusts. In 2010, the government issued official apology, but helped fund a replica museum church on the land. Well, how come? What happened once you just compensate the people reparations? Someone an apology. And then you stole. And then what about the Gadites that was there in Canada before that? All that happened, man. All right, but anyway, would you put them in captivity and sold them? All right, and it was dark skinned, NEGOR looking. All right, that's another thing you cover up. All right, it's at Hogan's Alley, Vancouver, British Columbia. What was an official name of T-shaped alley that formed a vibrant culture hub, Vancouver Black communities, Strathcona neighborhood. It was famous for jazz clubs, black on business, and community restaurants. How destroyed by the late night city. The city of Vancouver prioritized the construction of mass and highway system. Sound familiar? Same thing went on here in America. To South, when the alley was completely demolished to clear space for Georgia and Dunsmuir viaducts. The highway project eventually halted due to the public outcry from neighboring communities, but the damage to Oakland Alley was already done, infecting dispersing Vancouver concentrated black population. Little Berkeley, Anton, Little Berkeley, Saint Anton, Montreal, Quebec. What was a tight-knit black neighborhood that served as an epicenter of Montreal jazz scene was home to working-class black railway porters and their families. How to destroy much of Hogan's Alley community was heavy targeted for slum clearance and major transit infrastructure projects in 1960s and 70s. The aftermath, large scales of demolition displayed thousands of black residents to make way for construction. Val Marie expressed fracturing historic neighborhood fabric. For Priceville, Grey County, Ontario, was one of the earliest black pioneer settlements in Ontario, formed in the 1830s, freedom seeking escaping slavery via underground how destroyed rather urban renewal price very early black community was centered race uh, by early land race politics because the original black settler did not hold official legally chartered government lands. These arriving on white tea settlers successfully contested the land. See, the scripture tell you do things like this, man. Isaiah chapter. All right, but then you got Jake. You got the bug out Jakes, man, who's in Christianism. All right, and they want you to love everybody, love, 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 and all this stuff, man. And these people are our foes, man. Right here, you in your laws, Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and their right grievous which they have prescribed. Turn aside the needy from judgment, take away the right from the poor. My people, the widows, may be their prey, that they may rob the fatherless. All right, now really this was talking about our people, but it's applying to Esau, man. All right. All right, so let's go back to this. Right, you and your laws, man. All right, it says, right, you use that, the aftermath, black people were forced on homestead they had built until the race was sold through that original black cemetery were plowed over. The original black cemetery were plowed over by a subsequent white tea landlord to grow wheat, obscuring the black town history for decades until local African rediscovered and restored the cemetery. See that? You don't have respect for our dead, man. All right. Where is it? And you can see right here all these Jake neighborhoods. Food there. You see all these videos. You can look at it yourself. Look at this. All this trail of evidence against you and your people. Stephen Crowder. All right. Look at this. Trail of evidence. Your people did this. Let me play the rest of this guy. Hold on.
If there was a market in your neighborhood for a nice salad, someone would have set up shop. And not just a simple nice.
Right now, they ain't gonna tell you that they put adjectives or chemicals in those alcohol to make it addictive and stuff, man. See, they leave that out. All right, which is witchcraft pharmacy. Pharmacy go back to pharmaca means witchcraft. And that malt, especially that darn malt liquor, man. So then I'll tell you that part, which they peep on with these low levels, Edomite.
Man, I said I want the big salad, not like an appetizer. I want fucking more meals. That should be the name of the place. Nice salad. Oh, nice salad, more meals. Brother, no white businesses. Because the black kids stabbed the white kid?
And again, though Edomites, the Metcalf brothers came over to Carmel and Anthony space under opposing high school team 10. Came over, they went under. He wasn't. Carmel wasn't under his high school, the same high school to him and the Metcalf brother 10. He was on the opposite team tip. They came over there in his space, man. And Jake got the best on. That's what Esau mad about, man. I don't care how many times you play that tape. What's the old saying? Actions are louder than words.
No, their values are way different.
He said this fool right here. So, their values are way different. No, our values are way different than yours. Look what you done. Look what your people did. This the damage your people did. Matter of fact, while we on that, let's go. Hold on for right here. Matter of fact, though people was lynched in America, those were black businessmen. Those were black and Mexican businessmen. They was targeted. See, y'all leave that here. It wasn't random black folks. These were those people was lynched America, so-called blacks, Judah. Then amongst them, you got North American Indians, had Seminole Indians, then you had the so-called Africans, which is Issachar. Those were businessmen. Somebody get the hell out. Tell me our morals messed up. Your morals messed up. This what Christianism breeds. Christianism breeds white supremacy. It breeds insanity. Look at this. This one long ago, man. My mom born in 1952. Born in 1952, man. My mom. You know, they burned my mama house, not my mom house, my mom relative's house because they had a piano. Had a piano in your house. How dare you get an education? How dare you work a good job and buy yourself a piano? How dare you? You know, cause piano was a symbolism of wealth. That's why they didn't like Jake to have anything, man. Period. They told us lie that we was inferior and all this stuff. And you have to remember, we knew any type of trade skill, we knew A to Z, any type of which is science, A to Z, we knew. That's why they brought us. Oh, you're not gonna build a kingdom with dummies. You're gonna build people that had knowledge and skills. Why you think in Deuteronomy 4, they call us a great and knowledgeable nation. All right. And we know that's talking about we are a great and knowledgeable nation. That's why they enslaved the North American Indians, the tribe of Gad, and the tribe of Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Because we had that knowledge of herbs and agriculture and everything else. So they told that lie we was inferior. They told a lie. Then 50 or 60 years after we so-called got out of slavery, we really didn't get out of slavery. They just transferred slavery to the north, to the industrial complexes. All right. That's all they did. Because the word employee means slave. All right, when you look it up. All right, this is your people, man. Violence. KKK. Let me see. Christianism. Some of our morals messed up. This is your people morals right here. This is what y'all believe in. Matter of fact, let's look at the slaughter of the tribe of Gad, so-called Native Americans. Some of our morals messed up. Get out of here, man. Look at all these paintings. See that? This is your people morals, messed up morals. And you have our brothers on the reservation today without no water or anything, man. And then they come off the reservation, they still effed up in the cities. Matter of fact, what about some of our people morals messed up? Hold on for a minute. Let me see, 71 girls in New York in a tunnel. Let's look that up. What's going on right here? What is this about? Y'all know what this is about right here. Things to make you go, Just like that little Malcolm said, man. Some of our morals messed up. Let me type something up. Which, all right, so let me see. I'm looking up something. So, looking up something. But anyway, man, your people, y'all hands not squeaky clean, man. All right, let's look at the bomb and where you spray Agent Orange in Vietnam and all this stuff, man, and everything. Let me see, atrocities. Atrocities committed by American military. All right, so you see right here. Yeah. It's just the iceberg, yeah. And this is just America. I'm talking your people worldwide, man. Talking about our values messed up, your values messed up. Matter of fact. You have what do you got right here? The UN soldiers. UN soldiers. UN soldiers. Soldiers. So history of grape. For right. This right here, U.S. soldiers. Who's yeah, you can see it right here. Y'all have a long history, man. This getting the little girls in Haiti, exploiting them, getting them pregnant and stuff, man. All right, hold on, what's this? Oh, let me see. Who was this guy? Hold on, let me see who this is. I want to know who this is right here. I don't know, but anyway.
Yes. Always have been. The values are completely fucked up. So the only way to fix it, look, I'm gonna tell you what. Genocide.
You heard he said, look at that. These heathens, they always call them. Hold on, look what he say.
Someone would set up shop. And not just a set for the night. Man, I said I want the big sound, not like an appetizer. I want fucking more meals. That should have named the place. Nice set. Oh, nice selling more meals. Brother gotta eat. No white businesses. Because the black kid stabbed the white kid? No, their values are way different. Yes. Always have been. Values are completely.
Always want to see he been by Christianism. All right, his parents were told lies and stuff until they. All right, they've been told lies, man. All right, that's what they do. They brainwash their kids. Um, the lies and stuff. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are strange from the womb. They go astray. Soon they born speaking lies. Because how do your people get North America, Canada, Mexico, Central America, South America, the Caribbean islands? How they get Europe? How they get Asia? How they get the Polynesian islands, Australia, Micronesia, and everything else, man? That's stealing. Just like I read in Michael chapter 2. And horrendous things you done to the 12 tribes of Israel and the other nations. And then you lie. Your sister runs on lies and credit, which is a lie anyway. Basically, your whole system run on lies. We don't talk about all morals all been messed up from the beginning. And that's what that Christianism teach. It teaches white supremacy. And you're not even so-called white tea. You're red. Damn, I can't think of that football player name. He said something about y'all. All right, but I wish I had that tape on you. Definitely, that was a dagger. Definitely a dagger. I can't remember his name now.
So the only way to fix it.
Watch this.
I'm gonna tell you about genocide.
You heard it? He said genocide. This guy right here. Where is that? What? Colonel looking you might at. All right. Where he go?
This is good. We're gonna make progress with this. There seems to be a discrepancy on the AM that's 1 week straight. Here's a woman. Matter against it. And no, their values are way different.
All right. So the Colonel Center. All right. So y'all hear this voice now. Watch this. Watch we gonna call for the elimination of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And is this they talking about Judah tribes? All right. Watch this.
Yes. Always have been. The values are completely fucked up. So the only way to fix it, look, I'm gonna tell you about genocide. The only way to fix it. That's what historically has.
Talking about values messed up, but recently a lady discovered her Edomite husband was bumping the dog, the family dog, and stuff like this, man. And then y'all moving human bodies, man. across America, the underground tunnels and all this stuff, man. Those 71 girls. And one load, those 71 girls, man. All right. But anyway.
Of course, we want to avoid.
Oh, and you consuming human flesh. All right. Those you people doing consuming human flesh. You know, people gave you away when he what was his name, Feinstein or something like that. He bragging how they grind up human flesh and McDonald hamburger meat and stuff. Let me get this on McDonald's. And your people known to eat us. Matter of fact, let me get that. You eating us, the North. You was eating us. All right, the North American Indians, Gad. All right, Seminole Indians, Reuben, and so-called blacks, Judah. It's a case where you down south where they sacrifice a Jake in the middle of church, man. I seen that case on TikTok. Look at this, man. Let's see if we got. Let me see what you guys say.
White people were eating their slaves in honor of Black History Month. Let's talk about history that doesn't make headlines, mainly because we got idiots like this trying to whitewash history.
In 1800, President John Adams took up residence in what was then
He'll bug out Jake right here. All right, but anyway.
called the Executive Mansion. It was only later on they named it the White House. Slaves that worked there were well fed and had decent lodgings provided by the government.
One of the most famous, a man who led one of the largest slave rebellions of his time. Turner was eventually caught and he was flayed, and they used his skin to make a coin purse, while his bones were divided out as trophies to be passed down as heirlooms. And lastly, what was left of him was turned into grease.
Wait a minute, but this guy right here said that our morals messed up. What he had? Hold on for a minute.
I want fucking more meals.
That should be the name of the place. Nice set.
They're called nice selling more meals. Brother, gotta eat. Know what businesses? Because the black kid stabbed the white kid?
No, their values are way different. The values are completely fucked up.
Wait a minute. So he said our values complete always been, which is a lie. All right. Well, your values, y'all eating us. What's up with that?
Slavers at the time described the black people as seasoned, as all food should be, and more seasoned potentially meant more money when selling them at auctions. Slavery in its entirety was cannibalistic. They cannibalized their souls, and yet.
All right. This ain't the only evidence you're eating us, man. Y'all, hold on. There's so many evidence. What's this? Let me get this book. A book about whites. There you go, right there. But our values messed up. But it's all types of evidence of your people doing horrendous things to the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm just laughing at y'all hypocrisy. All right. All right. With that, Shalom.